Hello, Shamai, and welcome back. Today we are playing a new game. We are playing Hearts of Iron 4 with the Kaiserreich mod, and we will be playing as Brazil. For any of you who haven't played Hearts of Iron 4 before, it is essentially just a strategy game where you try your best to just take over the world, pretty much. And the Kaiserreich mod is basically an alternate history mod where Germany won World War II, and as you can see here, it's called The Legacy of the Weltkrieg. The year is 1936. It's a turning point for the history of the world, a time of both great opportunity and great danger. Tensions between the German Empire and the Commune of France are growing. Russia and the USA are increasingly unstable, and the old empires of Austria and the Ottomans are dissolving. All the meanwhile, syndicalism, totalism, and radical socialism are spreading all around the world. 15 years have passed since the end of the Weltkrieg, and the old rivalries of yore have reappeared. A single spark may be all it takes to light the powder keg. So basically, we're kind of on the verge of things kicking off. Kind of like just before World War II, but with a different twist in that the German Empire exists. There's no German Reich. It's not Adolf Hitler. It's still Kaiser Wilhelm II. We've still got the Austrian Empire. We have the Commune of Britain, so basically a communist France. And it's not communist in the game. We don't have communism and fascism. It's kind of got a different element. I'll explain that when we get into the game and we can look at it in more detail. The Union of Britain, same as the Commune of France. Dominion of Canada, where George V now is, the former king of Great Britain, Russia Republic, United States, and there's lots of more different countries. But the country we've decided to play as is Brazil, with our leader Arthur da Silva Bernardes. I've played a couple of times on this mod, and I kind of wanted to isolate myself a little bit and go into South America and kind of get used to it a bit more. So here's the brief history of Brazil. Brazil's fragile First Republic has been on the brink of death since the humiliating defeat by Argentina last year. The Brazilian Workers' Confederation, an umbrella organization for the syndicalist, is leading heavy labor strikes in the southeast. Meanwhile, nationalist thoughts are growing popular among the middle class. Not even the armed forces can be trusted anymore. The tenentes, the group of officers that already organized mutinies during the war, could be mobilized by any side of the political spectrum. Emergency elections have been called for August, and some say that it's only a miracle can save democracy in Brazil. So we're kind of on the verge with Brazil. There's a chance that civil war could break out, things could kick off, and if we just go into the game, we can cover what the countries are that exist, how things are different to how they are in normal Hearts of Iron. So I know usually, guys, you are used to Football Manager on the channel, but I thought with the ending of the Director of Football Challenge, I'd try something new. Football Manager will still be here, so don't worry about that. And if you're new to the channel, if you've never seen this before, then please subscribe and don't forget to like as well. So we've got the start of the game, we've got the usual starting things to do, but we're just going to cover a couple of things. So instead of having Argentina below us, we have La Plata, an authoritarian democratic country, which is kind of a little bit weird, really, authoritarian democrats. But they're quite bigger. It's bigger than normal Argentina because they've got a little bit of Uruguay as well. They've quite a big country, and we're basically going to be battling with them to be the strongest power in South America. We've got up here, instead of having the UK and France, we have the Caribbean Federation, which also stretches to all of the basically former colony islands from France and Britain, as well as Jamaica and the Bahamas as well. As we make our way up America, Panama is still here, and the Panama Canal still exists. We have Guatemala, which is actually Central America, which is a radical socialist country in America, and we have the United Provinces of America just below that, which is a democratic country. So you can see that there's going to be some battles between those two as well. We have the United Mexican States, a syndicalist country, sorry. I do kind of get mixed up with the colours quite often, and the United States as kind of normal. We don't really have like it usually, like in real life with the Democrats and Republicans. It's kind of a little bit different. Herbert Hoover is the president, and then we have the Dominion of Canada just above them with George V, the head of state there. They're kind of basically these countries, the Australasian Confederation, the Caribbean Confederation, Dominion of India, and the French Republic are kind of like a throwback to the old countries, like the UK and France of before. So they've kind of like got their own little alliance going on. So as we go to Europe, we can see things are a lot different. We have the Kingdom of Spain, no nationalist Spain, no Franco there. The Commune of France, the Union of Britain, both syndicalist countries. Philip Snowden head of France, and Sebastian Foix, I believe that's pronounced, in France. Ireland is just Ireland. That's pretty normal. We have the German Empire with Kaiser Wilhelm at the head there. Italy is kind of split into two, where we have the Italian Federation, which is what you'd expect by normal Italy, and in the south you have the Socialist Republic of Italy. You can kind of see how that has worked out. Anarcho-syndicalist in charge there, and they are kind of like I just noticed that there's still the Entente. The Entente still exists, which is basically the countries I just said: Australasian Confederation, Caribbean Federation, Dominion of Canada, Dominion of India, and French Republic. And then we've got a lot of other countries that don't exist in real life. Illyria, Iron Guard Romania, is basically fascist Romania. Galicia, Lotomira, Kingdom of Ukraine, White Ruthenia, United Baltic, and there's a lot of other stuff here. But we're probably not going to get involved with most of this. We're going to be concentrating our best efforts on South America and to basically try and take over as much of South America as possible. I mean, I don't really want to go to war with La Plata too soon because they're quite a big country, and I kind of just want to eat as much as countries like Bolivia as possible. So the first thing we need to do is select some research, and we only have basic equipment. So the first thing we're going to do is get some better equipment, do the usual stuff at the start: electronic, mechanical engineering, and I think we'll go for construction as well. We've got some free civilian factories, so we may as well build a couple of more. We'll go for 3 more, 4 more even. Obviously, my maths isn't what it used to be. And military factories. Well, we may as well build some equipment for now. How many factories do we have? Quite a lot. That's an impressive amount of factories. I didn't expect to have that many. We'll build some support equipment as well, and some towed artillery. Question is, what type of tanks do we have? How is our tank research? So we have Weltkrieg era tanks, so I don't really want to build any tanks at the moment. Insufficient resources, we'll sort that out in a minute. And we have 3 dockyards as well, so we may as well just get building. Do I want to build convoys or submarines? We're going to build some submarines, and then we'll get convoys as well, just so when we get another dockyard. National focus, that's another big one. There's a lot we can do here. A lot. So you've got the usual stuff, bridging the... Oh, I didn't know that. Civil war. There's a lot of things that we can do that I probably should have looked at before we started doing this. So probably we're going to start off with something like this. Lessons. Oh, well, actually we can't start off. So the only thing we can do really is the uneasy peace or bridging the Brazilian archipelago. I think we'll go for the uneasy peace. What does that lead to? Project, whatever that is. Oh, that's just nuclear stuff. So yeah, I think we're going to do this because we can get a couple of doctrine boosts. So we'll start off with that. And if we look here, this is the main... Is this the main one? Taming the jungle. Now this is all industrial core and stuff, and we can kind of change our economy and become socialist. Over here, establish the CSN, so we can get a couple of things going over here, and over here is like civil war, so we basically choose which way we want to go. I'm not entirely sure what I fancy yet. If I fancy somewhere like this, somewhere democracy, that's a little bit boring. Vargas, I feel like syndicalist would be quite cool to go for. That's what I'm feeling. We'll go for syndicalist or radical socialist. Well, it'll be one of them. It'll be either radical socialist or syndicalist, and then kind of go down that communist kind of movement, and then we'll get our way down to here, which will be annex La Plata. That'll be the goal. That'll be the way of trying to assert our dominance on South America. What else do we need? See how many troops we've got. We have not got... Oh, we have not got many at all. We've got 6 divisions. We may as well just stick them into an army and assign a general to them. Got a level 4 already. What's he? Attack plus 20 and reconnaissance plus 20. So he's a pretty good guy. And we'll just assign these guys as a front line to La Plata just for now. So we really don't have many people. We have, oh, we've got more here. We've got a garrison division as well. We'll get him involved in that as well. We have 3 military factories. Do we want to build? We may. Should we? We'll just build some tanks. We'll build some early tanks just until we research the new ones. Let's have a look at our templates. So we got some garrison, I believe this is. We've got some cavalry. What else have we got? Just normal infantry and militia. So I think we'll train at the moment. We'll just get 5 units of normal infantry until we can start to change things up a bit. Maybe some cavalry. No, we don't need cavalry. We'll train 3 divisions of these bad boys as well, just to get something going on our military for now. We're very low on steel, so we'll get some of that from the United States, and we're also low on tungsten. We'll get that from the United States as well. We'll make sure that doesn't. No, we're still building factories, so that's normal. I think we are ready to go. I usually like to play on 3 or 4 speeds. We'll start off on 3. Here we go. Thank you, Kaiserreich team. Great job. I want to know everything. Only inform me about major events. I want none of this nonsense. I think we'll go for major events because we don't want pop-ups every second, all the time. So let's have a look. Political situation. Brazil's fragile first. Have we already? Is this the one we've read? Yeah, we've already read that. So in August we're gonna have our our elections, and the social conservatives are in the lead by quite some distance. We've got the national populists, the paternal autocrats, the authoritarian democrats, market liberals, social liberals, and then all the communistas at the top. So, I was trying to think of the best way to go about this. The first country we kind of want to take on. It's not going to be La Plata. That's not the first country we're going to take on. Pedro Cicera's passed away. That's really sad. We're losing 30 political power, and we have minus 85 already. So that's not very good. We have very low political power. We actually have negative political power. So I'm trying to think. Bolivia will probably be the easiest target. They're 5 to 6 divisions. We only have 6, bearing in mind. Oh yeah, we don't want to take on La Plata anytime soon. Bolivia or maybe Peru. How do these guys line up? They've got 36k possibly. Manco. Yeah, I think in. Oh no, that's the wrong one. Oh, assassination of President Kerensky. Who's this? Who is Kerensky? Is that the Russian Republic? Yeah, Russian people do the butch. Oh my word. How barbaric. Well, that's not good for the Russians. Who is their new leader? Dmitry Romanov of the authoritarian Democrats. The Brazilian Communist Party dissolves itself. This morning, the small city of Cruzeiro, Sao Paulo, was visited by the remaining leaders of the Brazilian Communist Party as they organized their clandestine Fourth Party Congress, founded in 1922. Blah 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 blah. Totalist ideas in Britain. Wow, is keeping the eye on however, blah blah blah, and have already announced that the party may be refounded in the near future. So that's pretty pointless. They're dissolving themselves, and then they'll be back at some point. So yeah, I think Bolivia is going to be our first target. We need world tension at 75% to even justify a war goal. So between now and then, it's going to be a lot of waiting to see what's going to happen and try and wait for the world tension to slowly creep up. I'm going to put it on 4 speed just because we haven't got anything going. The uneasy peace. Let's take a look at our national focus then. So what does this stuff do? Bridging the Brazilian archipelago. Oh, that's really good actually. So this is all like tanks, army, aircraft, and whatnot. Okay, so that's that. The uneasy peace. Legacy of this is kind of this similar as well. To do with doctrines and improving equipment. I kind of want to do this to get some land forts in certain areas. Where do these... They go to Uruguay. I know where that is. Where's Piranha? Going to the States. No, not States. Piranha? What? Where is it? Rio Grande do Sul. That's around Uruguay. Oh, wait. It's going to be around one of these, isn't it? It's here somewhere. Let's just search for it. Piranha. Oh, it's just down here. Oh, it's this one. So it's basically just on the border with La Plata. Who has foreign claims on this? Piratini. Nice. Good stuff. Good stuff. No idea who they are. So then Piranha and Dourados, I'm assuming, is also on the border. No. That's just confused me now. Major industrial strike in Sao Paulo. Today, the Brazilian Workers' Confederation, led by Astrogildo Pereira, announced a major strike in Sao Paulo. All the industry has stopped producing as most of the city's workers have joined the movement. The picketers are demanding a complete review of the labour laws, instituting a common minimum wage for all states and other workers' rights. The organisation is willing to negotiate starting now. So we can cave into the demand, which will change the popularity of the syndicalists by 10%. We will not negotiate with them unless they stop their strike. A minus 30 political power, gains national spirit, major industrial strike, which grants factory output minus 5%. We can't really afford to take another political power hit because we're at minus 70 right now. And this bottom one is really not a good idea because we can't take minus 150 political power. So we're going to cave into the demands just because we kind of want to go down that route anyway. It'll be nice to see the syndicalists doing well because that's the route we're going to go down with our national focus tree. So when the Civil War comes... Oh, Black Monday. Mein Gott. On the 3rd of February 1936, the Berlin Stock Exchange stopped sinking. It plunged. Fueled by the instability on the market panic, selling erupted as soon as the stock market opened on Monday. The German Golden Age has ended, for now at least. Well, that's sad. Well, at least we can now go to here and try and enact land reform. Oh, wait, no, we want to go for industrial recovery, just to get some civilian factories. And then move to planned economy and Brazilian socialism. That's oh, the Emirate of Afghanistan has declared war on the Dominion of India. That's good stuff. In this mod, India is split into basically three. We have the Bharatiya Commune, Princely Federation, and Dominion of India. Emirate of Afghanistan seem to have gone to war there. We have 1% world tension. I can't remember what I was looking at now. I'm sure it was back on here. Where's Dourados? That's all I want to know. Where we'll end up building. Nope. Dourados? Okay. Oh, Sorelians elected in France. The Commune of France is the world's leading syndicalist nation. Who's been elected? I'm not going to read that. I'm just going to look. Oh, it's the Totalists. Well. That's good stuff. The Totalists are now in power in France. If they weren't communist enough, they're going even further communist now. Let's go back here. Dourados. Why will that not come up then? Nope, that's not how you spell it. Ouagadougou is the only one that comes up. So we're gonna have to forget about where that is, and we're just gonna do it anyway, because there's nothing wrong with getting more forts. Bigger forts, more forts. An easy piece is almost done with, well, 20 days away from doing that. We have some ships here. What do we have? Some pre-Weltkrieg destroyers, some light cruisers, and a battleship. May as well give them a little guy, an admiral, that's the word. Get a level 2 admiral. They're not going to be very useful, but they're a navy nonetheless. It's all we've got so far. So I'm just going to leave the first episode here, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Obviously, not much has happened. It's the first episode. And next episode, things might heat up a little bit. So I hope you enjoyed the episode, guys. If you did, please leave a like. If you want to see more, please subscribe. And if you have any tips or comments, please leave a comment down below. I'll see you again.